Ooh, I can fuck it. Oh my God. Good face Hey, we gonna
I really want some of your...
There's this cheat code to finding out whether or not any kind of cartoon like plan is going to work. If they say the plan out loud, they more than most likely do. But if they whisper the plan, they always get it right. And they always win at the end. There's like a really good
honestly, it ain't nothing to it. You either got it or you don't. And I happen to have it. Praise the Lord. Oh, my shots out.
Breaking news coming out of the world of professional wrestling. We're now getting reports that Triple H not only reached out to Malachi Black, but he also reached out to FTR, Swerve Strickland, and even Jon Moxley. We know Triple H is crossing the lines, but this is a big deal, especially when contracts are in place. What do you think about this? Is Triple H making the right moves, or is he being too aggressive? Let me know in the comments. Breaking news coming out of the world of professional wrestling. We're now getting reports that Triple H not only reached out to Malachi Black, but he also reached out to FTR, Swerve Strickland, and even Jon Moxley. We know Triple H is crossing the lines, but this is a big deal, especially when contracts are in place. What do you think about this?
The one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. In top 3, I'm not number 1. How can you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine. You cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Meet Joe Black.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Allen. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Allen off the play fake. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Slot man moves right. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ed Oliver now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
No doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
On play action, Allen uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 55 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. This is Tony Pollard. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the release, as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On play action, Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes?
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
From the 31, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the league.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they've started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. From the 27, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Throwing on second and long. Prescott, man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Cowboys on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
The end result, 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7. To throw, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, This blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
56, 56.
Allen now on first down. And he finds Fitzgerald. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 3. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. To try again after the sack. Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. The bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
We go 47.
Prescott now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 41, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That's complete to John Ross. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. But this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
Break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Here's Hallett. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A game there of 30 big ones. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack block.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. John Ross, 57 yards. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the fourth quarter. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Fielded at about the 28. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Trying to lay one up deep. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Uncorks one for Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 158 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. A first down throw for Prescott. Crossing route complete to Ross. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And again, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys. They would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. After the sack on first down, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably